At least just cut her some slack and find out what brought it about. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you don't have promiscuous women. You do. You have them. They're everywhere. But my thing is, it doesn't mean that all those women are promiscuous or they're just evil. I will also say this: men who go around marrying more than one wife, having concubines all over the place, well, guess what? Maybe you're just asking for trouble. Because if you're doing that, she's probably angry, or they are, and they're just also going to have other men too. And, that's my thing. Okay, so I do have someone also letting me know this person is John and lives in the United States. So it says here, and I'm just reading this because I post questions also in my email. And okay, it says, it depends how old the child is when the man finds out he's not the paternal parent. Newborn versus 9-year-old, there is a big difference. I'm not exactly sure what the difference is here. Is this person saying that if it's a newborn, it's okay? If it's a 9-year-old? Again, I want more men to answer. So it depends how old the child is. What's the age got to do with it? So Anita says, if the women are going out to get what they need outside, it's because they're not getting what they need at home. Irene, but the man must be physically, psychologically, and emotionally prepared to live with the outcome. Okay, Irene, where's that coming from? See, I try not, if I move this. Abuania Loco, thank you for coming. Look, you know what? If I murdered your name, please pardon me. I beg you, please. Westra Elias, thank you for joining. Boyega Richards, I completely agree with you that it's evil to conceal the true identity of a child. That's Irene. Okay. B. Anyao, thank you for coming. Ima, the social media fiasco should not lead men into needlessly suspecting their wives. No real man will go checking his kid's DNA because it is a trend. That's plain laughable. Check only if you have concrete reasons for worry. Okay. Thank you so much for that, Ima. The men are, coming in. Irene is like, the age of the child, in my opinion, doesn't change anything. And I'm going to hold on because I did get a rejoinder from John. It says, newborn means no attachment yet. Easier to separate from that child if it is not his. He has not raised it yet. Good point. Irene, did you hear that? So if it's a newborn, this is where the age thing comes in. If it's a newborn, then there's no attachment. He hasn't raised that child. However, if it's a child he has raised, then it's more difficult to separate. Why Belicious or Yobalicious? Hello, thank you for joining the conversation. Bianyao, thank you for joining the conversation. Irene says, okay, I get it. And that makes sense. Thank you, John, for your response to this. And that's the truth. I think that's where I'm coming from. If you raise a child and you form a bond, a lot of men that I've spoken to about this, because, it's come up in different platforms or forums, and they're all like, oh my God, can you imagine a woman who presents you with a child and blah, 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 you find out it's not yours. Okay, we get that. All right, she was wrong. What? So, next. And no, that's not your child. And I'm like, I don't understand how it's no longer, the child is no longer yours. How can you turn your back on children you've raised? But they're like, but that's not yours though. You can do the right thing, but that, I'm like, what are you talking about? But then again, I'm a woman. There are women like me that are also vehemently saying, no, find out. It doesn't matter. Kane Ebeli, thank you for joining. Doris Evubare, thank you for joining in. Again, guys, let me know what your opinions about this DNA thing is, because I'm ready to move on. Oh, okay. Esther says newborn or not. I totally believe that the bond between father and child should count. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. After raising the child as yours, this is John still speaking. It's your child, just like an adopted child is yours. That's true. People raise, there are kids that are not biologically fathered by people, or fathered, or men and women, and you still love those children, don't you? Adopted children. Boy Richard says, well, for some men, the stronger the bond with the child that is not theirs, the bigger the hurt. Huh? Mr. Richards? Well, for some men, the stronger the bond with the child that is not theirs, the bigger the hurt. The stronger the bond with the child that is not theirs, the bigger... No. Okay. Well, again, I'm letting you exhale, guys. I'm letting you say your thing. Irene. Okay, so Irene does agree with John. When paternal attachment hasn't been established, it is easier for the man to detach. But when it's been established, it's pretty difficult. That's what you're saying, Irene. But a lot of the men don't think so. A lot of the men don't. Men are like, no, it's a done deal. My thing is, they're taking that anger that they have with a woman on the child. I don't know. Anita, my concern has always been for the kids. They should not be punished. They did not choose the family to be born into. The men here are on this panel, or on this episode. You guys are being nice. On some other platforms, the men are they're like, no. So, Oyoma Jane says, Anita, I love you, but I don't agree with you. If a woman must go outside because she's not getting what she wants at home, then she must be responsible enough to keep what she got outside. Ooh, okay. All right, Oyoma, I'm playing. So, Anita, up to you there. Go ahead to respond. Ima Ugoli says, the challenge is not to transfer aggression to the child. The child is the only party who didn't choose his situation. Maturity demands the child doesn't pay for the sins of the mother. Ima, I hear you. And you're a rare breed here, just like John. And I don't even think Boya agrees with this. Oh my God, what did I do now? I have no idea what I just did. I hope this is still recording. That's why I don't touch the screen. Irene, that's why the men feel cheated and betrayed, because they have invested time and finances. I'm trying not to take sides. I hope I'm still recording, people. I hope you can still see me. If not, we'll do this again. But this is my thing. I'm trying to let the man... Okay, still working. Glorious Passion, join in the conversation. DNA or no DNA? This conversation has become all about DNA now. Oh, thank you, my love. I'm still recording. Thank you. Thank you, Anita. Okay. I'm glad I didn't take my top off, thinking that, I'm not recording. That was a joke. That would not happen. I have to be paid a lot. Maybe not. I don't know. Okay, I digress. Oyakire, thank you. Oyakire Hope, thank you for joining. DNA or no DNA, Esther, thank you for that. I find, and I'm letting the men now, go ahead. Irene, you're laughing. Go ahead and say your piece or forever be silent. A lot of men do not agree. They're thinking that, well, guess what? The woman has stepped out, so I don't care. That child belongs to another man, so I do not care. Now, don't get me wrong. It hurts. Let me tell you, men, the men listening here and the men that are going to be watching this recording later, for those of you who don't know, because I think someone wrote to me something about, I missed the live session, I don't know where to watch it. Well, for one thing, it remains, I think it remains on InstaLive, IGTV. However, it's also on my YouTube channel, AMZ TV House. My YouTube channel, AMZ TV House. So it's also there.